Welcome to Zone 6 Picks, your go-to source for daily sports betting predictions, expert insights, and free picks across the biggest games in the NBA, WNBA, NFL, MLB, NCAA, and more. We specialize in delivering accurate, research-backed betting content with no subscriptions, no hidden fees, just straightforward betting advice you can trust. Before we get started, a quick shout-out from my partner Zone 6.
What's up, family? Thanks for tapping in with Zone 6 Picks, where we drop game picks every single day. Straight free picks, no pay for play. If you like winning, this is the zone you need to be in, Zone 6. Just show the channel some love, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you don't never miss a money play. Let's eat.
What's up, family? And welcome back to Zone 6 Picks. Tough night yesterday as the books came for us. The WNBA is so fickle. Each of our picks were primed to cover until they weren't. It got weird and ugly, but no excuses. That's the game. Now let's get our lick back. Today we're breaking down the matchup between the Dallas Wings and the Atlanta Dream, set to take place Friday, August 29th in Atlanta, right down the street from the Zone. The Dream enter this contest as heavy favorites, currently laying a minus 13.5 spread on their home floor. Let's dig into the numbers, the context, and the betting angle that makes this game worth a closer look. Atlanta has been one of the strongest teams in the WNBA this season, coming in with a 24-14 overall record, including 12-6 at home. They've not only won games, but also rewarded bettors with the league's best against the spread record. Their ability to combine top-tier defense with relentless rebounding makes them a tough out for any opponent. Atlanta allows just 77.1 points per game, ranking among the best in the league, and they lead all teams in rebounds at 36.6 per contest. That defensive profile and control of the glass becomes even more important against a Dallas squad that is shorthanded. The Wings have had a difficult season, sitting at 9-30 overall, just 4-14 on the road, and already eliminated from playoff contention. The struggles extend beyond their record, as injuries have gutted their rotation. Dallas is without star guard Eric Ogunbowale and Tyasha Harris, while Paige Buchers and Aziaha James are questionable to play. Not to mention, several other key players are on the injury report. Too many to list. When healthy, this team has managed to keep things competitive against Atlanta. But with their depth tested and offensive firepower missing, the challenge becomes much greater. On the other side, the Dream are monitoring Jordan Canada, but overall remain far healthier than their opponent. The season series leans Atlanta's way. The Dream hold a 2-1 edge, including an 83-75 victory back in May, and an 88-85 road win in late July. Dallas did pull off one upset in June, but it's worth noting that none of the three matchups saw Atlanta facing a spread as large as minus 13.5. This is where bettors need to balance history with current form and injuries. The Wings may have played the Dream tough earlier, but the roster they're rolling out on Friday is a shell of what they had in June and July. From a situational standpoint, Dallas is also at a disadvantage. They played at home on Wednesday against the Connecticut Sun, and now have to travel to Atlanta, while the Dream also played Wednesday, but get to remain at home. That slight rest and travel edge adds to the case for the Dream. The market has shown steady support for Atlanta. Some books opened this line closer to minus 11.5, but it's moved up to minus 13, and even minus 13.5 across most major shops. That movement aligns with the injury report and the disparity in form. When projecting this game, the metrics and situational factors point toward another strong home showing from the Dream. I have this one finishing Atlanta 90, Dallas 74. That puts the total right on the market line of about 163.5 to 164. So the side remains the sharper angle compared to the total. The Dream are in a prime position to not only win, but also cover a double-digit spread against a Wings team that simply doesn't have the depth or health to hang for 4 quarters. For me, the play is Atlanta to cover and extend their run as one of the best betting teams in the league this season. Off to the West Coast, where we have a cool matchup between the Indiana Fever and the LA Sparks, set in LA. The Sparks enter as slim favorites with the line currently set at minus 1.5, and I'm projecting them to cover and come away with the win. The Sparks come into this contest with a 17-19 overall record and have shown stronger form recently, winning 6 of their last 10 games. Their ATS record sits at 14, 18-1 overall and 5-11 at home, which on paper looks shaky, but those numbers don't fully reflect the context of their improved play over the past month. Indiana, on the other hand, holds a better season record at 21-18. but they've slipped of late, going just 4-6 over their last 10 games. Their ATS record is an even 19-19, including 8-10 on the road. One of the biggest storylines entering this game is injuries. The Fever are severely hampered by absences that cut into their depth and production on both ends of the floor. Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, Ari McDonald, Sydney Carlson, and Chloe Bibby are all confirmed out, while Shea Petty is listed as day-to-day. That is a significant portion of their guard rotation and scoring punch. Meanwhile, the Sparks are monitoring Rickea Jackson as a game-time decision. But compared to the Fever's list, Los Angeles enters with far fewer health concerns. Looking at the numbers, the Sparks boast one of the league's most efficient offenses. They average 86.3 points per game, ranking second in scoring, and shoot over 46% from the field. Their defense is more of a concern, allowing 88.6 points per game, which ranks near the bottom of the league. Indiana averages 85 points per game offensively and has been stronger on defense, allowing 81.9 points per contest. However, with so many key players missing, it's difficult to expect the Fever to sustain those defensive metrics against an opponent with the Sparks' offensive firepower. The head-to-head history this season is another strong indicator in favor of LA. The Sparks are 3-0 against Indiana in 2025, and they've covered the spread in all 3 games. On August 5th, they won 100-91 as underdogs. On July 5th, they pulled out an 89-87 victory. And back on June 26th, they handled business 85-75. That consistency straight up and against the number shows a clear matchup advantage for Los Angeles. From a situational perspective, both teams are coming off games on August 26th, so they'll be equally rested. The difference is Indiana now travels across the country to Los Angeles, while the Sparks stay home. That minor factor tips slightly in favor of the home team. The betting market agrees with the edge toward Los Angeles. Consensus data shows heavy backing for the Sparks. With a strong probability, they cover the short spread. Dimer's predictive model even gives them a 53% chance to win outright, which aligns with the trends we've seen on the floor. When you put it all together, the Fever's lengthy injury list, the Sparks' recent momentum, their clean sweep of Indiana in the season series, and the added benefit of home court, LA is positioned to come out on top. My projected score for this matchup is Sparks 88, Fever 80. I like LA to cover the -1.5 and make it 4 straight wins over Indiana this season. All right, fam, let's run it back. For the Dallas Wings at Atlanta Dream matchup, I'm rolling with Atlanta to cover the -13.5 spread. The Dream have been one of the league's best ATS teams all season. Their defense and rebounding dominate the matchup, and the Wings' injuries make it tough for them to keep pace. Projected score, Dream 90, Wings 74. For the Indiana Fever at LA Sparks game, I'm backing the Sparks -1.5 at home. LA has beaten Indiana 3 straight times this season and covered in each. And with the Fever missing key pieces, the Sparks' offensive firepower should carry them. Projected score, Sparks 88, Fever 80. Tough night for us going 0-3, but that's part of the grind. The important thing is we don't panic. We regroup and we bounce back stronger. Every bettor takes hits, but consistency and discipline are what separate us from the rest. Stick with me, because we're locked in and ready to turn it around on the next slate. Zone 6 picks isn't about one night. It's about long-term winning. Let's bounce back and cash together.